What is up, first Descendants? How's it going? This is Tron, and today we're going to be diving deep on everything we need to know about the final beta test that is coming this weekend on May 25th. And we're going to be talking about also system requirements, what we're going to be able to expect, content that we're going to be playing, and a few more surprises. So a like is appreciated because it does help us out with the algorithm. Probably the first question is going to be, where's Laser? Well, Laser is doing something else, but today you got me. First of all, we got the final technical test. When is it going to be available? If you are in LA, it's going to start on May 25th, 00 hours. So that means if you're on Central Time, it's 2 a.m. In Eastern Time, 3 a.m. You're in London, it's going to start on May 25th, 8 BST time. And as you're able to see here right on the map, you can take a look at what time you should be getting ready. Now, don't forget, the first Descendant is a free game, so you don't have to pay for this upcoming final test. And yes, only people that have the game on Steam are going to be able to play this. Now, this is only going to be for 2 days, but it's going to be a lot that is going to be available. And some of the supported languages are going to be Korean, English, Japanese, simple Chinese, traditional Chinese, Portuguese, Brazilian. And now, how are you able to participate in this? All you have to do is go to Steam and download this, and you should be ready to go. Now, if you want to stay ahead of everybody, you can always pre-download this, which is going to be available a day before. So whenever the final test starts, just count 1 day before that, and then you're going to be able to download this so you are ready to go. Now, since you are playing on PC, take a look here at the final technical test system requirements, minimum and recommended. So just make sure you have enough RAM, and also that you have a GeForce GTX for a minimum of a 1050 Ti and a GeForce RTX 2060 or AMD Radeon RX 5600 XTX. And make sure most of the issues are here if you don't have a up-to-date DirectX. So make sure you have a version 12 and 50 gigabytes available space. And as you guys are able to see there, installment is a SSD recommended. So if you have a SATA drive, the game is going to struggle a bit. So my recommendation to you probably would be, if you can afford it, try to get a SSD drive. They're not that expensive like they used to be. So the final content that we're going to be able to take part of are going to be the following. We're going to see Encrypt Vault, the Void Fragment and Fusion Reactors, and I'll go into it a little bit more. The Vulgus Recon Outposts. We're also going to see some end game support for the final test, which are going to be 40 plus modules, 50 gold, and also 4.5 the Cooper charts. Now, in regards to the different characters that we're going to be able to see, you've played with them before, but we have a couple of new ones. In total, it's going to be 11 standard characters, 2 ultimate characters, and we're going to be taking a look at 2 different fields, which is going to be Kingston and Sterilite Land. Now, let's dive a little bit more into the weapons, what we are going to be able to see that is new, and you are able to see here, right here on the readjustment and how it's going to work. As you're able to see right here on this picture for the Magnus AA Assault Rifle, it has a DPS of 2066, but do take a look at the readjustments and you are able to see the 4 different ones that you're going to be available. Now, weapon readjustment will only be available once you reach Mastery Rank 4. Then you're going to be able to see this. Where you can able to find the readjustment, go to either the workbench or in Albion or in each zone camp, you're going to be able to readjust your weapons. Now, the weapon readjustments consumes readjustments materials are going to be gold for common to rare weapons, and fine-tuning control axes, and gold for ultimate weapon. One thing is, when you are changing options, as you are able to see here in the image, you can lock options, as you're able to see right in the middle. Locking those options will consume more materials. Now, materials you're able to see on the right side, you're able to see there the readjustment materials, how much it's going to cost. And also when performing a weapon readjustment, the options and values are applied on the left side, as you are able to see here on the readjustment option left section. You take a look on how it's going to look, so whenever you jump in the game on the weekend, you are ready to go. Now let's take a look at the new content that we're going to be able to take a look at and participate. One is going to be void fragments, which are a newly added field content placed throughout each zone. So each void fragment has an attribute indicated, and they can only be destroyed using the Descendant skill that matches their attribute. Fire attacks do not deal any damage. Now, if a void fragment, it's already being engaged by another Descendant, you can join that. However, if you do not use a Descendant with a matching attribute, you will only receive the basic reward and not the conditional reward. So you gotta have that in mind. So whenever you're jumping in, if they are already started and they don't have the requirements, then you're gonna miss out on rewards, but you can always replay it again. But you remember, we have a very short time that we're going to be able to play this, so you want to just make sure you go in with a group that you already been playing with. While you're progressing with the void fragments, you can obtain various type of void shards, which can be used for the fusion reactor. Now, the rewards and attributes information of the void fragments in each region can be checked by going into the map. As you're able to see there, it tells you what exactly here in the map you're going to be required. Like in this one, you're going to need the inorganic void shards, which are 12 required. In the organic void shards, you're going to need 3 of them. So making sure that you guys have all of those ready to go before you even do it, because if you don't have the requirements, guess what? You're not going to be able to get those rewards. Now, in regards to the other new item, which is going to be the fusion reactor, it's very important that you do pay attention to what I'm about to tell you. Now, these are placed throughout each zone. Each void fusion reactor indicates the type of quantity of void shards that you're going to need. So if you don't meet this requirements, trust me, you're going to actually need to make sure you are going to meet, such as you're able to see here on the picture. This void mission, it says eliminate enemy commander. It's going to require 12 of the inorganic void shards and 3 of the organic void shards. So whenever you are doing this and taking out an enemy, and when defeating a summoned monster, if you possess all the required void shards, you will also receive additional rewards. So you do want to make sure that you have enough, or else you're going to miss out on those additional rewards. And then the void shards will automatically be consumed. So if you have them all, then you should be okay. Descendants who do not have all the void shards can still help defeat the monsters, but of course you're only going to be able to receive the basic rewards, and you can check out that by going into Kingston or the other location, and then you're able to see what the requirement is. And that's it. That's everything you guys need to know before you jump into the final technical test that is going to be taking place on this weekend on the 25th, that is Pacific Standard Time, LA time, to the 26th, which is going to be Sunday at 24 hours, meaning at 12 a.m. So thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to hit that like, and we'll see you on the next video.